What's up, guys? It's a sad day on the channel. This is in fact the last drive for the M4. If you guys catch the if you caught the last video, but I had said I was kicking around the idea possibly selling my beloved 2015 BMW M4 that I love so much. But I put it for sale. I put it out there for a decent price, and I sold it in a week and a half. So today we're on our way to deliver it. I actually sold it to another Ford store in the greater Pittsburgh area, which I thought was kind of interesting. But they have a client looking for an M4. The guy, the buyer for the dealership saw mine online. He contacted me. We negotiated a little bit. We ended up at $37,000 for the car. Now, if you've been following the channel at all, we owned this car for a year and 6 months, which is actually a little longer than I keep most cars. The last few cars I cycled through in about a year's time. Many cars I've had for way less than that. Only a few cars I've had for more than 2 years out of the 50 or so cars that I've owned. So we're headed out to this, this Ford dealer on the other side of Pittsburgh. Interestingly enough, we have not done a tunnel run in the M4, so here you go. Traffic in front of me. Sounds pretty awesome. I think it sounds awesome. I love the sound of this AFE exhaust. We're going to go through another tunnel, so we'll try it again. Alright, here we go. Tunnel run number 2. Fantastic. That was fantastic. We're gonna get a check for the car and we're gonna be on our way. But like I was saying, I paid $40,000 for the car a year and 6 months ago. I did some modifications to the car, but you don't usually expect to get the money back out of the mods unless you take them off and sell them separate. But this gentleman was interested in the car as is, with the AFE intake, AFE exhaust, and also the Dynan Stage 2 tune. So we're gonna leave the car as is, and we're gonna just sell it like this for $37,000. Now, typically, I either get into a car, drive it for a year, and sell it for the same price I paid, or make money. It's kind of unusual for me to actually take a hit, but I have a ton of equity in the car, so I'm going to get some money out of this deal to walk away with, and I'm still trying to figure out what to buy next. So in my mind, currently at 5:46 p.m. on Tuesday afternoon, I'm thinking I might like to lease a Toyota Tundra and buy a used Ford Mustang. But that could change at 5:47. It could change during this minute. But right now, that's kind of where my head's at. But anything could change. I might get to this Ford dealer and they may, you know, I've been looking on the lot to see if they had anything and I could just trade the M4 in. But the Mustangs, they have a lot of pretty pricey ones, and they don't have any used trucks that are as cheap as I want to spend if I were to just buy one outright. That's why I was thinking about the lease route. The lease on a Tundra right now is $299 a month with less than $1,000 down, and even at the Ford dealer where I work, they can't even get within $150 of that lease payment on an F-150. So I'm a Toyota fan, you know, so I think that could potentially work out, but I might have waited too long because now there's like a shortage of Tundras. So I may not get it within the next week or two, but that's my general plan. So I'm gonna may have to, you know, just bum around in the Suzuki for a couple weeks. But like I said before, I do drive used cars home from the dealership every day. So the only time I'm without a car is on the weekend. But I do want to hear, you know, from you guys. I want to get a car that my subscribers are going to enjoy watching me drive and also modify. So if there's something in particular that you're like, oh, we would love to see a build on this particular vehicle, you know, shoot me a comment for sure. So that's pretty much where we're at. So we had a lot of fun in the M4, you know, in the 1,600 or 1,500 miles that I drove it. You know, the first thing we did was we had the windows tinted. I think I had that done the first week I bought it. And then we threw the Mode Carbon high kick rear spoiler on the back. I think that really set off the rear of the vehicle. Then we did the I can't remember if we did the Dine and Tune or the AFE intake next. And then of course the last thing we did was the AFE exhaust with the carbon tips, which really transformed the sound of the car, made it way more fun to drive. So with all those mods, performance mods, we were able to reach 500 wheel horsepower, which was my original goal with the car. But then now that it has 500, I'm like, I wish I could go to 600, but that would entail going to E85, removing the cats, possibly doing upgraded turbos. So I didn't really want to get into all that. I didn't want to, you know, void any potential extended warranty that I would buy, which, you know, I never ended up doing that, or, you know, cause any internal engine damage. So I think right now it's a safe 500 wheel horsepower, which it goes pretty good. And like I said, I was trying to get it into the 11s at the drag strip. I only had it there once. Didn't go so well. I think we ended up running a 13.2, and that was all driver air. So we had it on the dyno. You know, we took it to the road course, and like I said, we had it at the drag strip. So we did a lot of fun stuff, everything that I kind of wanted to do in the car. I would have liked to maybe autocross it once, just to see what it was like to autocross a 500 horsepower car. I think the last car I autocrossed was my 99 Mustang GT that I had fairly modified, but it was only like 300 horsepower at the wheels at the time. So waiting for my wife here. She's filling up with gas at Sheetz. She's gonna follow me out to the Ford dealer. We're gonna drop the M4 off. It's gonna be sad, and then we're gonna ride back in the minivan. So who knows? I could get out there. They might have something I'm interested in. I might be driving home with something else, and I'll keep that video going. You know, if I buy something today, you guys will be the first ones to see it. But I'm not sure how this is going to go down, and this is kind of the first time in my life where I'm like, I don't really know what to do. Usually I have a car in mind. I sell something because I found something else I like better. I'm probably not going to buy something I like better than this M4 at this point, because I love this car. And you know, I looked for the perfect M4 for 6 months, searching the internet, going to dealerships, calling around, and the perfect M4 in my mind was the Tanzanite blue with the white leather interior that I found at CarMax, and I made a video of that. But the heck, I get out there, you know, we kind of did some negotiating over the phone. I had a, you know, a really tip-top condition Toyota Tacoma with low miles. You know, I told him that I'm like, hey, I need a ballpark, because the car was 3 hours away in Columbus, Ohio. So I talked to the guy on the phone. I'm like, look, I just need a ballpark. You don't have to give me a real number. I need a ballpark of where we're going to be on this Tacoma trading wise. I need 30 grand for the truck. And he's like, oh yeah, we're definitely in the ballpark, definitely in the ballpark. So I'm thinking ballpark's like $500, you know. So we get out there, I see the car, instantly fall in love with it. It had the carbon ceramic brakes, had the white leather, tanzanite blue, looked awesome. Had a couple extra carbon fiber bits on it. They come back with the appraisal on my Tundra, or sorry, Tacoma. They come back with the appraisal on the Tacoma, 28 grand. I'm like, that's 2 grand is not ballpark on a $30,000 vehicle. So I was instantly turned off. And they're like, you know, they have no negotiation price, which I should have just walked away. I'm like, okay, we're not going to negotiate, I'm leaving. But I tried. You know, I'd driven 3 hours one way. Oh, sorry for the backup noise. Drove 3 hours one way for this particular vehicle. I really wanted it. But they're, you know, they don't negotiate. And then I pointed out 5 or 6 things wrong with their M4, and I'm like, and their car was a little high on the price, but I was like, hey, this is the perfect one, I'll spend more money. But it was not in perfect condition for the high price they were asking. So they said they could fix a couple things on the car, but they weren't gonna move on my trade or their price. So, you know, I should have known better. That's their policy. But I expected more. So we walked away from that one. I drove a couple other ones. I drove one with the dual clutch automatic. You know, I was really looking for a manual. The dual clutch though was actually better than I expected, and I started thinking, like, maybe I could deal with this automatic, but you know, I really wanted the manual. So we kept on looking. The one I purchased, it popped up in DC area, which is about 4 hours from Pittsburgh. We did some negotiation over the phone. We were about $500 away. He's like, if you come out here, we could really negotiate. So me and my wife jumped into Tacoma, drove 4 hours one way. We get there. As soon as they saw the Tacoma, like, yeah, we'll bump it up. So I ended up actually making money on the Tacoma. I bought it at the auction for a good price. It had some high-end accessories on it, which I sold, and then they gave me more for the Tacoma than I actually paid for it. So that's gonna make the loss on this car a little more, little easier to swallow, because I know what I did with the Tacoma prior. So that's the story of the M4. But I, you know, like I said, I didn't want the gray. I didn't want the black interior. I was just tired of looking. You know, like I said, I looked for it for 6 months. Couldn't find one with the right miles, with the right options. So this one was like, it actually had more options than I wanted, but the colors weren't perfect. So I'm upset about getting rid of it, but it wasn't the perfect car in the beginning. It's a really nice one, but it wasn't the one I was looking for. So there could be an M3 or M4 in my future if I find, I'm not going to buy another one unless it's exactly what I want. So that's it, pretty much. That's the saga of the M4. I wasn't planning on doing any more mods to it. I thought about doing wheels, crazy expensive, so we didn't do anything with the wheels. So it pretty much was done with the mods. I didn't really want to make any more content of me just driving around in the car. So that's pretty much it. We're gonna get a new car, new truck, maybe both, maybe neither, who knows. But it's an exciting time for me because I'm gonna have some cash, sitting on. So if something pops up, I'll be ready to pounce on it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know if you guys enjoyed the saga of the M4 or not. Some of the videos got a lot of views, some of them not a ton. But I want to get something that's gonna build the channel, get me some more subscribers, some more views. So like I said, if there's something out there that you're like, yeah, you totally need to get this. And I'm not looking to spend a ton of money on both vehicles, because I'm trying to buy 2 this time. So I'm trying to stay probably, if I lease a truck, will be good. I could probably spend, I don't know, up to 30 grand on the car, and then we can do some mods to the truck and the car to make some more content for you guys. But I'm not trying to spend crazy money on one or the other. I'm trying to spend a little bit on, on both cars, so I have more money to modify. So that's pretty much where we're at. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's kind of a sucky, sad video of me selling my dream car, but the time has come. know, I had it a year and 6 months. I didn't drive it that much, but when I did drive it, I loved it. So if you're in the market for an M4, an M3, go get one because they're fantastic cars. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for checking out my channel. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. Check out my Facebook page. I also have some merchandise on teespring.com. So, you know, stay tuned because there could be some exciting stuff coming up, you know, depending on what vehicles we get. So, have a great day.